Hello and welcome to Dysfunctional Dialogue. I am John McParland, and this here with me is John McParland, my son. John, welcome to the program.
John and I are picking up where we last left off in the episode Eruption. Enjoy.
Would you flip a coin if one side was $1 billion, but the other side, your life gets a narration voiceover that everyone can hear except for you?
Is this like a nature? This is like David Attenborough. He is inches from his worst mistake.
That's great. That's great.
Unbeknownst to him, the predator is right around the corner. You know, it's like a nature documentary.
I love that. I love that. Oh, what he doesn't know is that the food is about to slide off of his fork and drop into his pants and land in a very unfortunate situation.
Yeah. He's unaware of it, but no one at the party enjoyed his joke. Then the whole room erupts in laughter.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, yeah, they really got that one.
That's awesome. The whole room just erupts in laughter. Yeah. Yeah, that's really good.
I said before I wouldn't flip the coin for $1 billion, but honestly, like $1 billion on a 50-50 chance. Whew.
Well, John, a lot of people, when I did that one with Melissa, I cut these up into shorts, right? And the question was, would you flip a coin if you got $10 billion, but the other side of the coin meant that the records of you still exist, but no one remembers who you are?
Yeah, because at the price point of $1 billion, it's like the amount of positive impact you can make on the world with $1 billion is so substantial that it's the selfish thing to do not to flip the coin. For any circumstances that involve just you, as is this one, you know.
Right. Well, there's something to be said for that. It's worth the gamble. And what I was going to get to before, but my thoughts kind of trailed off, was that when I cut these into shorts, I put a lot of people, a surprising amount, said win-win. I'll take it. I'll take that. I'll flip it. That doesn't matter to me. Wow, no kidding.
Right.
Or even like they would just assume people not remember them.
Yeah,
They literally saying win-win.
Win-win.
Yeah, win-win. I got a lot of win-wins. Now, of course, people are happy because John, there's some people that are really struggling out there, and they would just assume people not remember them.
Absolutely. But
I was sad to see that. I'm hoping some of them were just joking because there were pretty good amount.
I completely agree with you. But the thing is like the depressed individual is apt to not see all the good in their life. But when you raise to your high after a couple months, you can look back in time and see all of the great things that brought you to that point. So it's a bit of ignorance in that win-win. It's the point that I'm making, and not to
maybe
try and clown these people for saying that.
Yeah, it's not fair actually, John, because that ends up what's happening. We just don't know what's going on in their life. No one knows what's really happening, what's going on.
Yeah. And the other thing is like it's very easy to just like say these things online that you just don't mean, you know.
Well, that's for sure. Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm gonna blah blah blah, but like you don't really mean that. You can only interpret a comment section so much.
Well, it's the same thing with a conversation too, though. I mean, you could say like I did one here with the mystery guest. It was $1 billion on one side, and the other side was he would have his member chopped off. Like, I don't care. I'll flip it. I don't care.
He was dead serious. The thing is, it's $1 billion. It's like what I was saying before. $1 billion is insane. We can't even fathom that number. That's why I think it's like too much. It's like we gotta lower that to 50 million for all these questions. And now I think
if some of them, we gotta raise them. You gotta. I mean, it's there's some big stakes associated with these things.
So what was the question? The question we were on before.
Okay. I don't even know. Let's see.
Right,
Your life gets a narration overview, which is, I love the whole David Attenborough side of things. That's just a great voice to have going on in the background.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, the sucky part of these is you can't even like figure out a loophole with the money around it because it's not like you have the money.
No, you don't even have the money.
You theoretically pay someone to follow you around and just vocalize whatever the voice is saying right back to you.
Right.
But you know, you don't have your $50 million to do that. So
Well, you might be able to make that money because you'll be the guy whose voiceover follows him around. I mean, think about that. I mean,
yeah,
that's a moneymaker right there.
right.
You can make probably tens of millions of dollars being that guy. There's no one else like that.
Yeah, ultimately, it's just not enough. I would flip the coin for sure. It's
I
not enough
almost want to
of an
hire someone
inconvenience.
to be my voiceover narration
That's
everywhere
pretty
I go.
interesting. Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
that'd be kind
yeah.
of fun.
That would be. That would be.
Have him come up with all these crazy things as I'm entering rooms and doing
That
things in
could
my
be a
life.
whole profession, frankly.
There really
Yeah.
could be. See the way,
I'll narrate your day or something like
yeah,
that.
see the way he reaches
Yeah.
for the Crispix cereal. Very
Right, right.
impressive. Look at that reach. Oh, look. Oh, he got it. All right. Well done. You can really step it almost like be like a sports announcer.
A sports announcer,
You
yeah.
know, oh, look at him go down the
Yeah.
aisle. Look at him go down the aisle. Oh, he's going to go. Is he going to go 2%, 2% milk? He's got the 2% milk.
Yeah, yeah. Or you could do it like a 24/7 roast.
Yeah, now you're talking ugly. Just constantly getting
Right,
roasted.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. But people would pay for that for a day
Oh,
of
they
their
would definitely
lives
pay
just
for that.
being yeah.
Would you flip a coin if one side meant you win $50 million,
All right.
but the other side means your life gets background music that reflects your mood?
See, this is something like I've considered how I could actually make that a product. Because I think that's so
Yes,
cool,
I think that
you
would be
know.
cool too.
Like one thing I've considered is
And I've
like
thought that as well. To have your own music going into a room, how fun would that be? Your own, like you'll have like
yeah,
a walk-on music, yeah, like for
definitely.
a pitcher in a baseball
Definitely,
game,
definitely, definitely.
you
Because
know?
you'll watch a movie and you'll be like, why are these emotions just so rich in this moment, you know? And then you'll realize that it's because of the music,
Yeah,
and you're like, damn, my life doesn't have any
yeah.
background music. It's
And we're
kind of
not the
like
only ones who have thought this. I remember,
frustrating.
I thought this about this decades ago. I mean, we're
Right.
talking when I was your age or younger, but I've since seen. I remember Family Guy did it, where he had
Yeah.
the music in the background. All right, John, would you flip a coin? There's a variation of this last question. Would you flip a coin if one side of the coin meant you win $50 million, but the other side of the coin, your life gets background music that's just the opposite of what your mood is?
Yeah, it's like circus music, or like at your
Yeah,
worst
yeah.
moment.
Right, right. You're at a terrible moment in your life, right? And also
Yeah.
or just the opposite,
You know, the funny thing is, like, I feel like my internal dialogue is already kind of that, so it just wouldn't make a difference.
See, then we really got to get you hooked up to those wires and get that broadcasted out.
They might not know what to make of it.
But
Those
again, you'll
algorithms.
make money. You'll make money on that side of the coin too, though. You would make money on that side of the coin. So if it's all about making money and everything else aside,
But
you
only you could hear the music though, no?
well,
Everyone can hear
no,
it?
I kind of thought I kind of took this to mean that everyone could hear it, which makes
Mm.
it that much more funny when you got the circus music at a really bad
Dude,
moment.
oh my god. Imagine just there being music playing 24/7. That
Oh, that
alone.
alone is torture. Yeah.
Holy crap. Those people that
Because
play
you don't even know
music
what's
all
going to
the
be. If it's
time, I
the
don't know how they
opposite,
live.
so you're trying to sleep, and really you probably want like some gentle music or a
Oh,
rainstorm.
no, no,
Instead,
no,
instead you
like
got like
metal.
something blaring at you, like it was like
Oh,
Noriega getting blasted with the heavy metal
oh
music in order
god.
to get him out of his compound.
Right, right.
Yeah, that could be a
Yeah,
problem.
there's
That's
like
like,
lullabies playing when you're in the gym.
yeah, that would be torture. That they literally is
That's
torture. They use
torture.
that. The secret agencies are supposedly using it, at least according to all the spy shows I watch, where they'll be
Mhm.
blasting people with it, like they'd like with Noriega to get him out of his compound. All right. Would you flip a coin if one side of the coin meant you win $50 million? $50 million. But the other side of the coin, you can hear your own future stories being told about you, both good or bad.
Mm. Okay, here's a question. Do you ever
You
feel
always come
like
back with you can never just go ahead,
well,
what do you got?
it reminds me of something,
Yeah, that's
like
fine. It's fair enough.
okay,
It's
so
conversation. What do
here's
you
a
got?
question for you.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like you have insight into the future ever so briefly in, like, your own internal thoughts?
Yes.
Like, occasionally, I'll be saying to myself and just something, like, wild pops up, and I'll just think to myself, in a not so realistic and schizo way, like, sort
Yeah,
of
a
just like,
playful way. You're like you're
in a
playing with it.
playful
You're
way.
playful with the idea of it. Yeah.
Right, like, is this a comment by, like, an ancestor looking at me or, like, a future version of myself,
Or you're
you
right, your
know?
own or you're just simply your own consciousness, another parallel version of yourself. It's another possibility.
Right. Yes, yeah, like a multiverse.
Right. In a multiverse where you literally could have others of you who are doing that at that moment. That's what
Right.
they talk about with that. So it literally could be another you having made that particular decision or that particular thought. And that's
Mhm.
what's going bouncing around, which is a pretty interesting and fun
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah, and so the question was, future version of myself occasionally interjects, is that what it is?
Just to frame it out again, would you flip a coin if one side of the coin meant $50 million, but the other side of the coin meant you can hear your own future stories being told about you? See, for me, I don't think I would do that because it would ruin everything. I mean, it would ruin all surprises potentially. It would ruin all the fun. Future stories,
Okay.
it's like taking everything away from you. You're now able to see your future. I mean, that's exciting in some ways, but also could be devastating. Just sounds terrible.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It could be but of course, the other side of that is you see your future, right? Like, take the coin out of the question, throw that thing in the furnace, and let's just talk about side tales here. Are we this alone, this ability to, like, occasionally hear stories about you from the future, I think that's a kind of persuading superpower by itself, right? Why do I need to
Well, it is definitely a
speak that against
superpower,
50,000,000?
but just because it's a superpower doesn't necessarily mean it's good, though.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, for sure, for sure. I mean, but it's still a superpower, though. You know what I'm saying? You know? I think I would flip that
Yeah.
coin. I would flip that coin for sure.
Yeah, 50 million?
Yeah, yeah. You just learn to live with it. I
I
mean,
don't know. I have versions that are popping through my head on that are saying, "Holy crap, that's torture."
it might be torture, but it's gonna be interesting for sure.
Yeah.
What if you hear something where it's like this future story of yourself, and it's like, John sold his shares of Bleeblop 3 months too early, right before they spiked to 8,000%.
That's actually one of the ones that popped into my head. It's funny you say that. Although it wasn't Bleep Blop, which is a great name, a great company name.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's my futuristic Amazon. Everyone invest in
Bleep
Bleeblop. This is a thought that was beamed down to me from my future self. It's gonna be big.
Bleep Blop. That's a great name. All right. So, being your father asking you this question, I'm really looking forward to hearing this answer. Would you rather save 5 loved ones or 1,000 strangers? You're see, and I say that because most people would immediately go to the 5 loved ones, but you are a very pragmatic thinker.
Well, it's also, do I get to speak with my 5 loved ones beforehand? You know?
No, no, you just gotta
So
kill
I
them.
just
You
have to
just kill
press
them.
the buttons here. The interesting thing about this is, like, I remember a couple months ago thinking to myself, would I save 100 people or just my sister? And, like, instantly I thought to myself, just my sister, like, obviously,
Right.
like, let all the other people, whatever. Um, but you when you think about it a little bit more, like, you let the question broaden out over time, and you ask yourself, like, well, what would God do? It's ultimately what you have to ask yourself. What would the objective do? What does the universe want? Then you're basically going out there. Let's change it to this. You save 5 people's lives, or you have to go out there with a cleaver and chop off 1,000 people's
So
heads,
now we're getting into the trolley
right?
problem.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. See, and once you make it real, and it's not just like, oh, 1,000 things I don't have to deal with. Now
Well, I certainly don't want to
literally
deal with.
everyone is changing their answer.
Yeah, I don't
Literally
want to be.
everyone's changing.
I don't want to be dealing with taking a cleaver.
Exactly, yeah.
I, I,
Because
I
you don't
don't
want
want
to get
to
your
be.
clothes dirty.
That's what it is, John. Really, it's a laundry issue.
I just got this out the laundromat. You tell me I gotta go back there?
Again,
That's another nickel.
pragmatic thinker.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's just such a difficult question when you actually come to it, where it's just like, hopefully I never need to. Hopefully
I'm
I
looking
never
at.
need to be in that position.
Let's hope for sure.
I think my tentative answer would probably be save 5 loved ones. If I'm just pressing 2 buttons here.
I know it would be. I know it would be. I mean, there's just no doubt in my mind. I call it shallow, call it too emotional. I don't know. There's no way. Well, I guess it depends who the loved ones are. How much do I love
them? Yeah.
All right.
We talking about Uncle Jim here?
Uncle Jim? Yeah, we're talking about Uncle Jim here. Yeah,
Get rid of him.
Yeah. That's an easy one.
Yeah,
that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Are we talking about Uncle Jim here?
Win-win.
Win-win. How can I start this process?